We are checking out the lane keep assist on this bridge right now. The car is driving itself. I'm not steering at this thing at all. Being the performance has 530 bhp sport mode. Do this, it is fun. You could turn it into a tablet.
Please be careful of cars coming behind you and opening the door.
See, that was the warning. That is pretty cool and very handy and very helpful. This is not a bonnet, it is a frunk. And there is just a bit of extra space. A huge thank you and shout out to BYD EVM South Coast for providing me this vehicle for today's video. I have linked their contact information below. If you are in the hunt for a new Sealion 7 or any BYD vehicle for that matter, do give these guys a call. They're one of the best dealerships in the country. Welcome back guys to another video. My name is Siddharth Nair and you're watching That Car Guy. Today we have with us the BYD Sealion 7. And this is going to be one of the most detailed reviews ever on the Sealion 7. So it's going to be a very long video. I'm going to cover every square inch of this vehicle. I'm going to tell you the touch and feel, the materials, all of the features, the menus, the sub-menus. So this is going to be a very long video. Grab your popcorn, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. And now coming to the Sealion 7, what an impressive vehicle. It oozes in road presence. It is actually very wide. You can see photos and videos don't do it justice. It is actually very wide. And there are two models on offer, one being the premium and this, the performance. Now, this is finished in shark grey, which is kind of like a battleship grey. We have a battleship over here for reference. So it does look like a battleship grey. Very beautiful color in my opinion. And the Sealion 7 is not overly designed to look like an EV. It is very contemporary in the way it looks. The headlights are positioned high up where it should be rather than on the bumper. LED projector headlights over here with daytime running lights. The bumper design has a little chin spoiler over here with ducting to channel airflow. Coming to the side, we have in the performance trim these lovely 20-inch alloy wheels wrapped in 245/45 R20 Michelin rubber. Yes, it is offered in Michelins, so that is quality and class right there. Over here you have your ORVM with cameras and indicator lights and strangely an NFC card reader. So you could open it with an NFC card or you can tap your phone, so that is an option. We have these lovely door grab handles which are flush to the body, which extends, revealing the BYD logo. That is pretty cool. Onto the back we have a spoiler over here, a very aggressive spoiler with cutouts and ductings, very beautifully designed with a stoplight on the top. We have another secondary ducktail spoiler over here and these beautiful LED brake lights which are very lovely. And this is the back profile. You do get a very aggressively designed diffuser kind of a setup in the back. And now let's check out the boot. There is a release button over here, soft touch button and an electric tailgate revealing 520 liters of boot space. This is no joke, this is a very deep boot. You do get speakers over here, a small ambient light, there's a subwoofer over here, and this is actually a very large space. You could chill back here like this, listen to music. There's speakers, so you could go camping maybe but like I said, this is huge. 520 liters is no joke. Like 2 people can sit here like this, camp, watch the sunset or look at battleships, do whatever you want. And for baggage. You could store away 3 or 4 large bags in the back, no problemo. And what is this? You have hooks over here, which are pretty nice. You have luggage tie downs over here, so if you want to tie down your luggage, you can. And all of this is felt lined carpeted material, and this over here is chrome, which is cool. You do not get a spare wheel. You do get a instant tire puncture kit. Let me just see. Yeah, that is your puncture kit over here, where you'll have to fill in a liquid if you ever get into a puncture. And you have these chrome scuff plates. And overall, just check out the opening. It is a very wide opening. And you also get a frunk in the front, which I'm going to show you right now. You do get a button over here to close the boot. And the way you open the frunk is, you have to reach down, and there is a actually hidden latch over here. 2 times. And now, this is not a bonnet, it is a frunk. Now in here you have around 58 liters of boot space. It is decently sized. You could put airport carry-on baggage in here very easily. And there is just a bit of extra space. And now driving the Sealion 7, it is a very quiet experience, typical of any EV. But this does not have any of those weird fake EV sounds. It is very quiet in that respect. And the turning circle is very, very short. Like, that was a very tight turn which I did there, a U-turn, and effortlessly. So this is a big car, big, wide, long, but it handles itself very, very nicely like a very small car. This, being the performance, has 530 bhp and 690 Nm of torque, which is instant. So even in normal mode, this is dangerously fast. Ladies and gentlemen, do not buy the Sealion 7 and give it to your 18-year-old children. This is stupid fast. And I am in normal mode. Let's quickly check out sport mode. Okay, 530 bhp is crazy. That was crazy. I'm not acting. This is happening in real time. The moment I touch the accelerator, this car launches forward. This is the fastest car I have ever driven, the fastest accelerating car I have driven. This is no joke. You will have to drive it with the amount of respect it deserves. I'm going back into eco mode, and in eco mode, the acceleration is more tame. It is contained. This is fantastic. Like, it is addictively fast and dangerous. I'm telling you guys, this is dangerously fast. You will have to respect this car when you drive it. You can't just keep pushing it. And this car is not made to handle the speed. Like, it will handle its speed. I'm not saying it is not capable or the wheels will fly off. No. This car is made so that you can go fast in a straight line, but cornering, stuff like that is not the Sealion 7's forte. Because one, it is a very heavy car, over 2 tons in weight. So it is heavy. So you have that acceleration, but it is going to carry momentum with it. Let's just check out normal mode. Normal mode is also tame. Sport mode is just another animal altogether. And like I said, you'll have to be careful when you drive this car, because it is a heavy car. It will carry momentum with it as you pick up speed. So stopping and stuff, let's just check out the brakes. No one's here. Yeah, brakes are fantastic. Yes, this car will come to a halt immediately. So, like I said, the brakes are good. It goes like a bat out of hell. but you will need to be aware of where the next corner is coming, because the weight of this car is going to carry so much momentum into a corner, and this is not set up like a sports car where you can corner at high speeds. It is capable, but don't push your luck. Best to do is put it into eco mode, relax. The car is silent, very well insulated from the outside world. You get double pane glass in the front, so no noise, no nothing is coming into this car. Heat is well contained. Listen to your tunes on your 12 speaker sound system. Relax, enjoy the drive. This car is very smooth and calm in that manner. The steering is light. It does weigh up a little bit, but it is light for what it is. Like in the city, you're not going to be fighting the steering wheel at all. It is very manageable. It has that direct feel where even the smallest inputs do wave the car in and out. So it is a very lovely system to use, the steering wheel. And overall, this car is not meant to be driven fast. This is more of a GT car where you take around to long highways and just munch miles for hours and hours. And out on straight highways, the performance, then that is where this performance is going to come into play. You could outrun any car, any sports car. We are checking out the lane keep assist on this bridge right now. The car is driving itself. I'm not steering at this thing at all. That is fantastic. So lane keep assist does work on well marked roads, and it is keeping a distance from the car in front of us. Hold steering wheel. Okay, I just have to hold it occasionally, and the car is braking on itself. I am not braking. That is fantastic. I did not have to steer. I did not have to brake. Wow. Would I trust it all the time? No. This is for demonstration purposes only. But I have to hold the steering every 5 seconds just for the car to know that I am alive. Okay, there is an ambulance coming. But you can take control at any time just by yanking the steering wheel, and it self-cancels. So, that was my first experience with this system.
ICC deactivated.
I was cool. I'm having too much fun. It corners decent. We were doing 80 in a long corner, and the car held itself very well. Don't expect it to go like a sports car. It is not designed for that. But it has decent body manners where it will lead into a corner without creating much of a fuss. And we're doing triple digit speeds right now, and the car is stable. Look at the steering. I'm not touching the steering. The car is stable. It's going. It's tracking straight. There are no vibrations. There's nothing rattling inside the cabin. And the car is keeping itself straight. And there are undulations on the road. It is not throwing me around. This car has adaptive dampers where in real time the suspension will adapt itself to the kind of road surfaces you're in. Like if it's harsh potholes, it will soften it up. If it's a long straight, it will firm the suspension. If it's a corner, it will load up. So it is adaptive in real time. So that is fantastic technology. And it shows, like over potholes and over low speeds, it is soft. And as you push it and you go through a corner, a long sweeping corner, it holds in, it tightens down. And you can feel that happening in real time. Like the car keeps changing its personality suspension wise as you go. So that is pretty cool. And range. Well, BYD claims a range of 542 kilometers for the performance and 567 for the premium, that is the single motor. So real world, you're gonna get around 500 kilometers of range or 490 kilometers of range in the real world. That is fantastic. This car will charge from 10 to 80% in half an hour. That is what BYD is claiming once again. And that has to be tested. I'm not sure on that because that has to be tested. I have been driving this car all morning and I did not need to recharge. And it is showing 57% at 312 kilometers of range. So that is pretty good. I've been driving like a maniac and still the range is good. It keeps binging at me because I keep my eyes to the camera, or even if I focus on the driver display, it keeps binging at me and saying that I should check outside. And what does the Sealion 7 cost? Well, it starts at around 49 lakhs, goes all the way till 55 lakhs ex-showroom, if I'm not mistaken. And that is actually not bad, because they are putting yourself up against the ioniq 5, the Kia EV6, what else is there, the Volvo XC40 Recharge. And this car, I can tell you for a fact, is much larger than all of those, much more luxurious feeling. Maybe the Volvo has a more premium feeling interior, but apart from that, this is class. I mean, it feels like a German car. Or the fit and finish, the materials used, everything is just so fabulous. Let's take a quick 3-pointed turn. Let's see how easy that is. It's a very narrow road. I have a whole host of cameras helping me out, which is really fantastic. This toggle is very, very satisfying to use from drive to reverse. And a 3-pointed turn is completed. This is a very narrow road, like extremely narrow road, and we did a 3-point turn and the steering was light. It took no effort whatsoever. So inside the city, this car is going to be a joy to drive. Leaving aside the geopolitics, this being a Chinese brand, it doesn't feel Chinese, like in the true sense of the word Chinese. Like, this feels like a polished product, a very finished car. This is class in all senses of the word. This is class. Forget the driver monitoring system, which keeps binging and bonging at you. It's very irritating. You can switch it off, and that's all you need. If you are in the market for an EV in this 55 to 60 lakh rupee range, look no further. Your car has arrived. Go buy the BYD Sealion 7 immediately. At least go out for a test drive. You would know what I'm saying. This is all the car you need. Let's now check the interior, and I'm going to tell you a lot of goodies are inside this car, and it's sunny as hell. So let's get in. And oh, and by the way, these doors, solid. Yeah, she's saying something. Very heavy doors, like no joke. This is almost BMW-esque or a German feel to all of the doors, and everything has that thud when you close it. It has that solid built feel. So that is pretty impressive. And we are inside the cabin right now. You can see it is all black, and I personally like all black interiors. For those of you who like lighter color interiors, this is going to be a big letdown. Everything is black. The seats, the headliner, everything is black. So it is a very sporty feeling interior. I mean, there is no lack of space. It is yeah, no way. No. It's a wide car. The seats and all are very, very well executed. The bolsters are really thick, and the headrest design, everything is very sporty. You have a pass-through over there. So let's get into the meat of the matter and start one by one with all of the features inside this car. Now let's start off with the key. This is the key for the Sealion 7, and you have the BYD branding over here. Basic buttons, lock, unlock. This is for your electronic tailgate, and this is to start your car and pre-prep it so that the car is cool and the AC is on when you enter the car. So that is a very cool feature. And you just have to keep this in your pocket. You have request sensors over there. There is a start stop button, but you don't need to use it. As soon as you get into the car, you can just press the brake, and the car, like I'm pressing the brake, and the car is on. I did not have to press the start stop button at all. You can see it says vehicle is on, the AC is running. So that is actually convenient. You don't have to like get in, press the start button, nothing. You just have to get in, close the door, foot on the brake, and the car is ready to go. You just have to select drive and go forward. So that is a very, very convenient system. And what else? Let's start off with the steering wheel. Yes, a leather wrapped steering wheel, very supple and nice to hold on to. You have extensions for your thumb over here, but this is kind of a letdown for me personally, because the shape, it is flat bottomed, but not liking this whole design. Like this over here with the BYD script is too big in my opinion. this finish, this chrome is a little bit too cheap in my opinion. It looks very chintzy. It looks almost like a toy. And this finish over here, was not necessary. If these switches were finished in matte black, it would have been much better in my opinion. But that is something that BYD will have to work on, because this feels a bit too cheap. Like, you know, those Chinese electronics, that is the similar finish on these switches. Very lovely to hold, like the clicks and all are very satisfying, but the chrome finish is just, it's too bright. It's too, I don't know what the right word is, but you'll see that once you go for a test drive, you'll feel what I'm saying. But that could have been changed. But the steering wheel itself has a very nice feel to it. All the stitching is proper, it is tight, it's leather wrapped, it is supple to hold, like everything is good. The horn is very nice, it's a European horn. And over here we have a fully digital driver display, which has a lot of information, too much information for my liking. It will show you a graph of the car, and it will show you other cars around you. It will show you people, it will show you trucks in real time. That is actually very cool. Over here you have your tire pressure monitoring system, which shows you the actual PSIs, and you could change that to other menu options. Over to this side you have another timer, your media, and a whole host of things. Speed limit, yes, if you can see, there is a small 30. That was the previous speed limit, and it will show you what the speed limit is. Like, it will read speed signs and will show them right here. So you have the range over here. It is showing 320 kilometers of range at 59%. And yeah, this side of the screen is controlled by this menu button over here, and this side is controlled by this button over here. So that is your driver display out of the way. And what else? Coming to the main attraction over here, this is your 15.6-inch big TV. Yes, this is almost like a TV on the wall. Like, it is very, very big, very wide, and you could change the orientation. So if you want an iPad, ta-da! But this is not proper. Like, you can see the wallpaper is lost its resolution. The best way to use it is in the landscape orientation, which I believe is the best. And there are a lot, I mean a lot of things you can do in this. Everything from the climate control, like you can see over here, climate control is over here. I can switch it off. You could adjust the temperature, dual zone temperatures, by the way. Let's take a look at the shortcuts. We have home over here, which will give you your radio, your locks, your Bluetooth connectivity. That is there. You can press this icon of a car, and you're inside your systems menu, where you could customize a lot, like your audio settings, display, your app things. Then you can go out here to ADAS, and this will show you all of the ADAS settings. Intelligent cruise control is on. Safety systems. Now this is important, because this car has too much ADAS features and it is irritating at times. So you could individually switch them off. Like, what I have done is, as soon as I got into this car today morning, what I did is emergency braking was turned off. I can't find it right now. Yeah, emergency lane keep assist, I switched it off because it would jerk the steering wheel unwantedly. So that was a bit of an irritation. Intelligent high beam, hill descent, all of that is fine. ESC is off for some reason. I did not do that. And alert sounds, emergency braking, yeah, this was on. I switched it off immediately because the car will brake on its own and it might cause a rear end collision. So switch that off. So all of this is customizable, and you also get a sensor over here which will keep scanning your eyes to see if you are looking elsewhere and not focusing on the road. And that is a bit irritating. The car will tell you to keep your eyes on the road. Like, in English, it will tell you, like your mother, like, drive carefully, like, watch the road. It's like an angry mom. So I had to switch that off too, because there is too much information. Even if your eyes glance to the center screen and it detects that you're not looking straight out, it will yell at you. So I had to switch it off. Sorry, mom. So yeah, all of those things are nice, but it is just too much information. For a new driver, this is too complicated, or it will overwhelm you easily. Like, my dad would take at least a month to get used to this system layout and stuff. It is just a tech fest inside here. So yeah, that is your safety things. And you can go to park assist, where you can customize your parking, radar monitoring, your things like that. You have another tab over here called energy. Now intelligent torque adaptation, it was on. I did not want to fiddle with it. Energy management, regenerative braking is standard and high. You do have physical buttons for that over here as well. This is for your regen. And charging, discharging, yes, energy consumption. This is the real-time energy consumption. And it has a lot of data which I'm not sure of. Vehicle, now this is fun. Steering assist, I put it in sport. Brake assist was in comfort. And lighting, you can adjust the lighting of your headlight, beam leveler, everything is there. Comfort and driving, auto wiper, auto driver seat, like when you get out of the car the seat will move back, and that is for easy access. Auto folding of your mirrors. Heads up display, I switched it off because it is a very large unit, you can see over here, and it does a very good job. It displays onto the windshield, but I found it distracting, so I had to immediately switch the heads up display off. Instrument, you could increase the brightness, navigation size, odometer, trip A, trip B, all of those goodies are for your instrument. Your AC settings are basically your aircon, things like that. Remote activation, like I showed you, you could program that so that the car is cooled before you enter the car. Seats, yes, seat adjustment is from here. You could, oh yes, the seat is being adjusted, but don't be afraid, there are physical controls for your seat over here. So if you like doing things old school, you could, so you don't have to be afraid of this, and no one's going to use this. People are just going to default to the buttons on the seat. Seat ventilation is actually very strong on this car. Seat ventilation is on, and my back is instantly cooled. Like, the fans are really powerful. I can feel them working instantly. And what else? Seat ventilation, air purifier. So this will show you that the outside air is 13 in the pollution scale and inside is 9. Okay. Okay, so that is that. And settings. Then seats, locks, you could adjust your locks. Tailgate opening, yes, you could open your tailgate from the inside. Notifications, safety alert broadcast, yeah, it will keep showing you messages like there's a car over there, there's a car over here. It panics a lot, so it could be distracting. You could turn off the notifications if you want to. I did not. And the in-cabin settings are for your driver monitoring system, which is mom over here. Fatigue warning, distraction warning, yeah, that is that. Service is your maintenance interval and stuff like that. So that was the vehicle thing over here. And you have another split view thing over here. Let's go back to home. You could split it into two parts so that your passenger can do something else and you could look at maps or something. So yeah, you could split the screen. That is very handy to have. And you have your apps over here where you can control almost everything. Your AC, your CarPlay, Android Auto, My Car. What is My Car? Yeah, My Car. Open all of the windows. That is cool. One touch for all of your windows. Close all windows. Child locks, ambient lighting. Let's check out ambient lighting. It has the whole spectrum. You could customize your ambient lighting in any way, shape or form on any lighting. This is too bright right now. The ambient lighting is on, if you can see. It is orange right now. If I change it to blue, you can see it's blue. The camera is flickering because of the frame rates. It is actually a solid color. And yeah, that is your, and rhythmic ambient. What is this? Color strips. Okay, now the color is changing, like from dark blue to aqua blue. Okay, that is what rhythmic ambient lighting is. That is cool. And what else? Ambient lighting, seat adjustment again over here. Interior. Okay, this is your interior. What is this? Okay, again ambient. Okay, you could customize the ambient lighting. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm finding out these things with you guys. It is not like I have mastered this off screen and I'm showing you. I'm just finding out with you, and that is the fun of this video. We are exploring this car together. And what else? Let's go back. My car theme, Spotify, smart charging, settings. Yeah, settings was the same thing over here. So, file manager, PCIM, camera. So you could take photos with the camera system, and this car has a lot of cameras. You can access your phone and BYD store. So if you're connected, there is a Play Store kind of a thing for this tablet where you can download games and things like that, I'm guessing. So yeah, that was the 15.6-inch touchscreen system. Again, let's do this. This is fun. You could turn it into a tablet and do this. Although this is easier to reach, like if you are driving alone, these, like, everything is easier in this setup. But just to make it look good, that looks better, and there you have to reach a bit, but it is fine. It is what it is. And coming down, we have the AC vents over here, which are neatly placed so that you can channel air to your face. And this feels a little bit flimsy for my liking, but I don't know, we'll have to see how that will hold up. You have wireless charging over here with one fast 50-watt charging with an AC vent over here so that your phone does not get hot. Over here is one of my favorite bits of this car. This is the piano black section over here with lots of buttons. You have your hazard switch over here, neatly integrated, and it has that feel like it goes down and has that soft thud. Over here is your warning, like if a car is coming and you open your door, this car will beep at you and it will show you if something is coming with a warning triangle, and it will make a noise. So that is actually very good.
Please be careful of cars coming behind you and opening the door.
See, that was the warning. That is pretty cool and very handy and very helpful. But I would have liked it to be a beep rather than a sentence. Stop saying things that feels a bit Chinesey. It would have been a bing or a bong would have been perfect. That's my observation though. This is your volume controls. Yeah, this car has a 12 speaker audio system from Dyne Audio. Dyne Audio, is that how you say it? Yes, Dyne Audio. And it sounds decent. It is not the most premium music experience, but it sounds good. The bass is heavy. It has a punch to the music. Over here you have your regenerative braking. Now you can see we are in high and we can put it to standard. You have a parking brake switch over here, which is very lovely to use. It has that physical thud. And the gear lever. This is kind of like that crystal gear lever you find on Volvos and stuff, but it is short and stubby like a Porsche 911. So it is the best of both worlds, and the action is pretty satisfying. Like, there is that springy click. Like, I've been driving this car all morning, but I have never found a reason to use neutral. Like, if you ever come to a stop, press P and the car goes into neutral all by itself. So the only thing you'll have to do is shift from drive to reverse. That is all. Over here you have your mode selector where it will go from eco, snow and land, sport, and normal. So those are the drive modes. More on that once we get on the drive. And you do have a physical start stop button over here, but like I said, it is not needed. Only if you want to stop the car, you'll have to press this and the car will stop. If you want to go, all you have to do is get in the car, close the door, foot on the brake, the car turns on automatically. That is pretty nice. What is here? This is your AC setting, I believe. This is auto AC. This is your fan speed controller to turn it off, and this is your defogger. You do get cup holders over here which have that deep, like you can see, I can push the cup holders all the way in and make it rise. So if you have a tall bottle, you could press it down so that it doesn't poke out too much. And over here you have a very deep glove box over here. Look at that. Like, my god, that is deep. Like this much deep. No joke, this is superbly deep. And it is cold inside here. I don't know if it's ventilated. No, it is not ventilated. It is just overall a very deep glove box. And we have another glove box over here which is decently sized. And even the glove box is leather padded. That is another thing. This car is top notch when it comes. You can see the dashboard is leather padded, double stitching over here. Very soft and supple material all around. Over here, this is not leather. It feels almost like a fabric material. Yeah, this is leather. This is not leather. This is some kind of a fabric. And the same fabric is over here, I guess. No, this is leather. Yes, all of this is leather. So every touch point you have leather and double stitching, and you get this steel knurled finish. It's not knurled, it's printed. That is my only gripe with this car. This finish, if it had some texture to it, would have been so premium. But this just lets it down, this graphic. It's like a hydro dipped kind of a finish. I don't like that at all. Sorry. And overall, the materials and everything is very nice. I mean, the headliner has that very damp material. It is that thick headliner material. And this is your sun visor with soft lighting. That is cool. Hello. And your rear view mirror, although the view out the back is very narrow, like you can't hardly see anything. You will have to rely a lot on the cameras. And another fun thing is there is a one touch button for the camera, so at any point of time during your drive you can just easily press the camera button on the steering wheel and will open up the camera system. That is very nice. You could get a front view, a back view, I don't know what that does. It just disappears. Your side views, like both side views. Yeah, this is a very lovely system. 3D. You can get a graphic of your car, and this system is very fast, by the way. Very snappy. There's no lag at all. Although the screen is heating up a little bit, but there is no lag whatsoever. That is pretty cool, man. Yeah. What's this? Okay. Oh, check that out. You can see your tires and you can see where it's going to point at any given time. That is so cool. So, like I said, this is a tech fest. There is a lot inside this car. And another thing, you have this huge leather wrap portion over here. And there is storage down here as well. You can see there is charging ports, a type C and a type A and a power socket. So you could put things here, very wide things. You could almost put a tablet or a phone, anything you want, you can put it here as extra storage and charge it at the same time. So it is like a floating console design. It is very neatly engineered. And over here the door pullers are very cool. Like, this is how you open the door, and like I said, this is a very heavy door, a very extremely heavy door, and the closing has that thump sound to it. And these are your controls for your mirrors, auto folding, of course. And you also get lights over here which are feather touch, like there are no buttons, you just have to tap on them. And this is a huge panoramic glass area. Yeah, it is not a sunroof, the glass does not open, but it will reveal so much of glass area, which quite frankly is too much in my opinion. And another thing is that this steering wheel is tilt and telescopic, but it will not do it automatically. There's no motors. It's a physical lever somewhere down here. Like, where is it? Yes, that is the lever, and you can adjust it for reach and rake. And that is all you need, because why would you need electrically adjustable steerings? You just set it once and it is set for life. So yeah, that is that. And all of the stocks and all have a very nice padded feel to them. The indicators and all are pretty nice. The wiper action is pretty good. And all of the switch gear, yeah, there is a lack of premiumness somewhere over here. Like, these actions are not the most crisp, like these. So yeah, that is it for the front half. Now let's quickly go check out what the back seats are like. The thing I just noticed is that the rear windows, the back window is tinted black, like heavily tinted black, almost limousine black, and the fronts are not. And now sitting inside the back seats, like in the front, there is no lack of space. Like, yeah, 3 people can be here super comfortably, but the middle row is going to be affected by the armrest. Let's just pull down the armrest, see what it looks like. This is what it is. You do get cup holders and the storage area over here. And like in the front, everything has that nice soft touch leather. There is ambient lighting over here. Leather, double stitching, leather, double stitching. Everything is actually very, very premium. This material, like I said, is different to this material somehow. You can see this is more like a fabric and this is pure leather. And the design, everything on the back seat is that same diamond cut finish like you get in the Bentleys. Super good looking seats. You have Isofix child mounts in the back and space. This is set to my driving position. This is set in a medium positioning, and still check this out. There is no lack of space, and the floor is completely flat. There is nothing in the middle of this. So, and the floor is actually very low to the ground, so you could tuck your feet in here and be supremely comfortable. You could lay back, you could lie down like this. This is a very interesting angle where you are lying down peacefully and your feet are tucked in all the way, and it is very relaxing. What else do you get? You have AC vents over here. You have a hidden compartment with a USB type C and a type A charging port. Tweeters and speakers on the doors, 12 speakers in total, and this car has 11 airbags. Yes, 11 airbags. So safety is taken care of. And this sunroof area is, like I said, it is really large. Like, it starts all the way in the back, like where your headrest is, and extends all the way to the front. So this is nice on night drives, maybe going out at night looking at the sky. I could see this being very appealing in those circumstances, although I believe this is tinted glass and the heat won't directly affect you. If you don't want it, you could just always close it and be instantly cocooned. And this all dark interior is nice. It is easy to keep clean, but you do feel a little bit claustrophobic, not space wise, just by the whole ambience of the interior. I really like it. Once it's dark, you can really get to see the ambient lighting at play, which is really cool. And all of the switches are again one touch operational, even in the back seat. Bottle holders on all door pockets. That is very cool. You do get a cutout, kind of a sporty design for the headrest, so you could tickle your driver from the back seat if you wanted to. But check out this dashboard layout. It is actually a very premium vehicle. There's no doubt. This is one fantastic vehicle, and the interior certainly says it. It feels like a very European-esque car, like an Audi or a BMW or dare I say Mercedes. That is the level of quality inside this cabin. And you do get those lights where you can touch to turn it on. This is a very lovely experience. So ladies and gentlemen, that was it. That was my review with the BYD Sealion 7. What did you think? Please let me know by writing in the comment sections below. Like this video, share this video with your friends and family. And if you're new here, do consider subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me. We'll catch you pretty soon with another video. Till then, have fun, drive safe, and God bless. Bye.